You think I needed LeBron to be great? Nah, but with him, we were unstoppable, and that scared people. Dwyane Wade leans back in the chair, hands clasped, staring into the empty Miami Heat gym like it's whispering old ghosts to him. The lights are dim, the echoes of bouncing balls long gone. Only the past speaks now. There are nights we didn't talk after games. Wade begins, his voice low, a tremor barely hidden. Not 'cause we hated each other, but 'cause we felt like we let the other down. He glances at the camera briefly, then back down at the floor. People think it was all alley-oops and champagne. Nah, it was blood. It was bruises. It was me sitting next to Bron in the locker room, both of us staring at the floor after a loss to Boston in 2012. He looked broken, man. Wade pauses, jaw clenched. He said, "Maybe I'm not built for this." A silence hangs. That's when I lost it. I stood up and said, "You don't get to quit on us, not you. You're not allowed." His voice cracks on that last word. It's not performance. It's memory. We were on that plane right after, he continues. Nobody spoke. Not even Bosh. Just silence, 30,000 feet in the air, and we were still drowning. Then came the moment that stuck forever. He came to my hotel room that night. Knocked once. No entourage, no cameras. Just Bron. He said, "I'm sorry." I froze. You were right. And I saw it, the weight on him. He didn't want to win for himself. He needed to prove he was worth the belief we put in him. Wade shakes his head slowly, eyes glassy. You ever see a man that's strong admit he's scared? It's humbling. We weren't teammates that night. We were brothers, holding each other together with duct tape and loyalty. He smiles just a little. After that, we never lost the same way again. We went to war, every game. But it wasn't about revenge anymore. It was about keeping each other from breaking again. Wade leans forward now, elbows on his knees. You know, people say he carried us. And, yeah, he did crazy things. 45 points in Boston, triple doubles like breakfast. But they missed it. He didn't carry us. We carried each other. He looked straight into the lens this time. Real greatness ain't loud. It's in the quiet rooms, when nobody's clapping, and you choose to show up anyway. Wade's voice fades into the silence of the gym. You think losing that game broke me? No. Watching him cry after winning it, that broke me. Steph Curry's voice is soft, almost like he's not sure he wants to say it out loud. He's sitting at a charity gala, gold lights dim behind him, tucks half unbuttoned like he just wanted to escape the spotlight. He laughs, not the playful one people know, but a short, sharp breath that sounds more like pain than humor. I watched D-Wade talk about that Boston moment with Bron. I felt that, but I saw a different LeBron, the one who took something from me, but gave me something back too. The Air Titans. Game 7, 2016, Steph says, eyes distant now. That block. Everyone remembers that. Hell, how can you not? He came out of nowhere, erased Iguodala's layup like it was nothing. But what nobody saw was the tunnel. His voice drops. I walked off numb. My hands were shaking. I wasn't mad. I was hollow. And as I turned the corner, there he was. LeBron, knees on the floor, crying, sobbing, like a kid who finally proved his dad wrong. Steph pauses, emotion flickering across his face. We locked eyes. He looked up, tears everywhere. Didn't say a word, just nodded. I nodded back. That was it. No hate, no trash talk, just respect, pain, relief. Whatever it was real. He takes a sip of water, his hands still slightly trembling. Not from nerves, from memory. People think rivals hate each other. Truth is, we understand each other better than anyone else ever will. Because we've stood across from each other, with legacies on the line, hearts in our throats, the whole world watching. He smiles faintly. 2 months later, we talked. Private meeting. Just us. No agents. No Nike or Under Armour. Just Steph and Bron. What do we talk about? He shrugs. Family. Fear. That feeling when the buzzer sounds and you're not sure if you've done enough, even if you've given everything. A pause. He said, "We're going to win again. Probably more than me. But no one will ever understand what we just went through. Except us." Steph leans forward, looking right at the interviewer now. He didn't beat me. He became something I had to chase. Not out of hate, but because his fire lit mine. The room's gone quiet now. Nobody's eating. Nobody's talking. Just Steph, still haunted by that night, but somehow healed by it too. We hated each other's jerseys, he says softly. Not each other. He leans back, exhaling. People always ask who's the real king. Truth is, on that night he was. Everybody talks about loyalty like it's easy. You ever tried growing in someone else's shadow? Kyrie Irving leans forward, elbows on the mic stand. The podcast room lit in soft orange. He's not smiling. He's not guarded. This isn't the Kyrie that tweets cryptically or spins through defenses. This is just a man tired of being misunderstood. They talk about Game 7, 2016, that shot I hit over Steph. But no one ever talks about what happened in the locker room a year later, after we beat Boston. He takes a breath. I came in hot. We'd won, but I didn't feel like it was mine. Braun was doing the post-game. Cameras flashing. Coaches nodding. And I said, I need to run the offense next round. I see the floor better now. He laughs bitterly. He looked at me, towel over his head, and said, Not now, Kentucky. That's it. 2 words. But it felt like a wall dropped between us. The host stays silent, sensing the weight. I wasn't angry. I was invisible. I just dropped 30, and I was still the sidekick in the narrative. A pause. Kyrie stares down, fingers nervously tracing the mic. People think I left because I wanted to be the guy. That's not it. I left because I couldn't lie to him anymore. I couldn't keep pretending I was okay being Robin when I knew I was built to be Batman too. His voice dips, slower now. He wasn't just a teammate. He was my big brother. But even brothers need space to breathe. He swallows hard. I asked for the trade like I was pulling off a bandage. Fast. Painful. I didn't even call him. That's what hurts the most. Kyrie's eyes flicker with regret. Real, raw, unfiltered. He texted me once. Just one message. I hope you find what you're looking for. And I didn't reply. Not because I didn't care, but because I didn't know what to say. Then his voice cracks for the first time. When Kobe died, that's when it broke me. He rubs his hands together, holding back tears. I was in the tunnel. The news hit. I couldn't breathe. And then my phone buzzed. A pause. He doesn't need to say the name. It said, You don't have to carry it alone, little bro. He wipes his face, trying to laugh, but it catches in his throat. That's when I knew. He never hated me. He just didn't know how to love me and let me go. He looks into the camera now, eyes full of unsaid apologies. I didn't leave because I stopped believing in him. I left because I needed to start believing in myself. The podcast host finally speaks, voice low. Do you miss him? Kyrie nods, a sad smile breaking through. Every damn day. Every damn day. The gym is silent. Just the rhythmic thump of a ball on hardwood. Kevin Durant, alone, drenched in sweat, fires another jumper. Swish. Again. Swish. Off camera, a voice asks, You ever envy LeBron? He doesn't stop shooting. Just answers. Every damn day. The ball bounces away. KD walks to the baseline, breathing hard, not from the workout, but the weight of memory. You know how it feels to give everything to be that good and still not enough? He sits on the court now, legs stretched, staring at the rafters. 2012 Finals. I was 23, dropped 30, still lost. I walked past Braun after the buzzer. I was dead inside. Couldn't even fake it. He grabbed my arm, pulled me in, and whispered, You'll get yours. KD closes his eyes. I hated that. Not cause it was disrespectful. Because it was kind. Because he saw me. Because he knew I wasn't ready. He exhales, long and shaky. From that moment, I started building my game like it was a weapon, not just to win, but to match him. His tone sharpens. Every MVP speech, every playoff run, his name was in my head, even when I wasn't saying it out loud. I wanted to silence his shadow. He stands now, picking up the ball again. People say I ran to Golden State to beat him. Maybe I did. Or maybe I ran from the fear that I'd never be him. He shoots. Misses. First time. That 2017 Finals, I hit that dagger 3 in his face. Game on the line, crowd losing their mind. And I felt nothing. The silence hangs thick. Nothing. He picks up the ball again, this time holding it, not shooting. People thought that was my coronation. Nah, that was my confrontation with myself. A pause. After the series, we met backstage. No cameras, no microphones. He looked at me and said, "You're a killer, man." I knew it was coming. KD bites his lip. And I said, "I only became one because of you." There's no pride in his voice, just truth. He pushed me to the edge, not through trash talk, just by existing, just by being everything I wasn't, yet. He finally shoots again. Swish. I didn't beat LeBron. I beat the fear that I'd never be enough while he was alive. He walks to the wall, leans his head against the concrete. We're different. He's loud, I'm quiet. He's gravity, I'm lightning. But I needed him to exist. He turns back to the camera, voice calm now. Every great story needs a king. And every king needs someone who makes him look over his shoulder. Dad, were you ever scared of losing? LeBron James doesn't answer at first. He's sitting on a bench in his backyard, dusk setting in behind him. The LA skyline barely peeks over the treetops. His sons, Bronny and Bryce, sit on the grass nearby, basketballs forgotten by their feet. He finally speaks. Every single time I stepped on the court, Bronny blinks. "But you're LeBron James." LeBron looks down at his hands. Those massive hands that built dynasties, caught lobs, blocked dreams. Now just quiet and still. You think I didn't feel it? The weight? The doubt? They call me the chosen one when I was 17. Before I even touched an NBA floor, people wanted me to fail. Or fly. No in between. His voice is low now. Soft. When I left Cleveland the first time, I read every headline. Coward. Quitter. Betrayal. I smiled in the interviews, but inside I was shattered. He swallows hard. I cried after that press conference. Alone. Hotel room. No teammates. Just silence and shame. A pause. Then Miami happened. We won. But even then, it wasn't joy. It was relief. Like I could finally breathe again for a minute. The boys are quiet, hanging on every word. 2016, that was the miracle, he says, eyes distant now. We were down 3-1. The world laughed. Even I almost gave up. His voice cracks. But I remember the kid in Akron. No dad. No money. Just a hoop and a dream. I told myself, you can't fold now. Not for them. For him. He looks at Bronny. When Kyrie hit that shot, I didn't scream. I didn't flex. I dropped to my knees. And I cried. Not because we won, but because we survived. He rubbed his eyes now. No shame in the tears. They see me like a machine. Numbers. Records. Minutes. But they don't see the nights I couldn't sleep. The guilt. The losses. The weight of being needed every night. A breeze moves the trees behind him. LeBron exhales. The bubble title? That one was for Kobe. For the silence. For the pain we all swallowed in 2020. I cried in that hotel room too. Alone. Again. Bryce speaks up, voice small. Did it ever feel worth it? LeBron smiles, slow and full of scars. Greatness isn't what you take, son. It's what you survive. He looks up, eyes full of storms and light. And I survived everything. The doubt, the hate, the pressure, the praise, the leaving, the returning, the wins, the losses, all of it. Bronny stands, walks over, and hugs his dad. You're not just the king, he whispers. You're ours. LeBron wraps his arms around both boys. Legacy ain't in banners, he says softly. It's in who's still holding your name when the lights go out.